This is Replicant Fish. Welcome back. Glad you could join me again. So I was reading some stories about Lola Montez. Interesting woman. Dangerous woman. This woman left a trail of broken and some dead men in her wake and tried to finish her life as a nun. Yeah. But this woman's power of seduction was so great. Many rich and powerful men fell to her, fell to their knees for her, including Ludwig I. He was so enthralled with Lola Montez that he gave her such power that Ludwig's once loved citizens turned against him, to the point where even when he had banned her from Bavaria, told her to leave and never come back. But even to that point, still, his people could not stand him anymore. This woman had caused so much destruction that Ludwig had to abdicate the throne, all because of his fascination, desire, passion, love, whatever, for Lola Montez. Just an example of how we as men fall to women so easily. How behind our desire we as men we just go, don't we? We just flipping run, following our desire, plummeting into the grips and grasp, the hands, the pitfall of a woman. My God. So easy. The topic is the harsh truth about female nature and how they see you as a man. Replicant Fish. Because how they see you as a man is important, but that does depend on if you want to be chosen by a woman. So if you want to be chosen, if you want to find a wife or a girlfriend, obviously the way women see you is important. But even if you don't want a woman and you want to be single, the way women still see you is important, because you have to understand the questioning of why any man, any decent man that could actually get women, choose not to. To understand something about women is to understand their self-esteem and their lack of self-esteem, and to not be fooled by the mask of women who like to be loud and hype, who like to act as if they're the big I am, but deep down when there's no one around, they're very broken, very sad women. Now before I continue, it's to understand, when you understand enough about female nature, you understand you can't actually hate women for certain things that's natural to them. Now an individual woman that's messed up your life, that's different. Like Lola to your Ludwig, sort of thing. You can understand then. But to hate them on a whole doesn't make sense, especially if you understand them. Because it's to understand, by nature this is how they are. If you as a man hope to find a woman, but you want to ignore the nature of them, then obviously you as a man are fooling yourself. Obviously that's when we as men fall hard and deep into their grasp. So the more you understand about women, the more you see that it's pointless to even hate them. The way they think, the way they feel about things, or the way they do things that some of us as men think is just stupid, it's ridiculous. It's when you understand the nature, you understand why they do what they do. But the thing is this, you can explain things about women in a simple way. However, women are human beings. And some would say, come on Fish, really? You sure? Seriously, women are human beings. And us as human beings are very complex creatures. Therefore, it's to understand how deep and complex the many actions of women are. Though you can explain them in a simple way. But also it's to see it from different points of view. That's why I make my videos from different points of view. To understand how certain things are seen depending on the changing of the situation. For instance, some women see some men as men they would sleep with, but they would never date or want to be seen with this man. But they very much want to sleep with him. Yet at the same time, she would make a man that she does want to date, that she would want to have as her boyfriend, she would make him work for it. Now for some men, they think this is ridiculous. And as a man, I would say, yes, this is ridiculous. Why not give it easier to the man you actually want, more than the man you just want sexually? But they need to understand this. She knows what she can get from him. His potential is just in his trousers. She knows that's it. But you, on the other hand, she knows you may have money, stable income, you may actually be a decent man, a good decent man, one that she can be seen in public with, one that's very presentable, one that could actually give her a better life than the man that's just laying some pipe, basically. Many women are opportunistic. They seek and search out new opportunities. Like in Star Trek, you'd seek out new civilizations, to boldly go. For women, their boldly going is to find a man that could give them a better life. For many women, not all. So it's to understand how you're seen. Are you seen as a man that she wants to just give her a smashing good time? Indeed. Or are you the sort of man she wants to settle with, that could do more for her in the long run? Now, when you understand that dynamic, it's to understand how some women would use this throughout their life. As in, when they're younger, they will sleep with the men they want to sleep with, or whatever. But when they get older, then they want a more stable man. Because by then they've had most of their partying done. I'd say most for some of them. So now they want to settle down, have a family, Find a nice, decent, from their perspective, normal man. A safe man. Not a man that has nothing but he looks good and he is good in the bedroom. No, she needs more than that when she gets older. Now, some men see this in a way of saying, well, doesn't that mean that women don't really love us as men the way they say they love us? And I would say yes, such is the case. You have to understand, men are the ones that initiate marriage most of the time, as in to ask a woman to marry him. Isn't it strange how most of the divorces are initiated by the women though? Isn't that strange? The men are more eager to get in, yet the women are more eager to get out? That's interesting, isn't it? And think about how many women in a divorce, through a divorce, get a better life than the one they had before they met the man. As in, they can divorce the man and get money, alimony, child support, just money, basically. A lifestyle. And it's to understand the point I made with Lola Montez, that women are very opportunistic creatures. They always seek an opportunity. In a sense, one could say it's their hypergamy, how they see a better deal and they then go for the better deal. Now you see, what makes things different nowadays in modern times is women have no need to be humble anymore. They have no need to portray themselves as decent, homely, humble women. No, they can just be as reckless as they want to be. They can be as wild as they want to be. The only difference is that they still expect men to want them in the same way, in a traditional way, which doesn't work. Now, some men get things backwards. Some men assume women are these delicate creatures that do no wrong. But some men should understand, as I've said before, why they're pushing the selling of services of women, and why you don't see many women complaining about it. As I like to talk about future events, I guarantee you this: when the selling of female services becomes more legalized, there will be an app as popular, if not more popular than Tinder, of women selling their services. And it would be very commercial, well known as like Tinder is. Now, some could say, no fish, that will never happen. I say, okay, let's just see. Because if you see the patterns of today, in a sense you can see where tomorrow is going to be. Even more reason for you as a man to understand what you want in this world. If you want a woman, understand the woman. Do not go in blind. Do not know about them before you choose to fall blindly in love with them. Know that if you go in, you're going in of free will. You're not going in naive to their nature. You know their nature. Well, this is why many men, in knowing and understanding their nature, would rather not. Some men learn about women's nature, female nature, the hard way. They learn through trial and error, through being with them, so close to them, and then to have everything you have given her thrown back in your face. Some men never had the chance to know before they chased women so hard, as to what they were chasing. But it's to also understand, women need many men to be naive to them. They need many men to not see them, because men that see them, they can't control. They're more difficult to seduce, to manipulate, to sway. Thus, men should understand, the power is not in chasing your desire, it's in controlling it. To have more control of yourself, to never let women have the ability to take you off your square, no matter if they see you as a square. At the end of the day, many men know when women start to hit the wall, there's no shape more safe than a square. A man that's secure, on point, and on his square. Understand, as men, we can become great. Understand, women desire our greatness. Because history proves how many women have gotten on the backs of powerful men. Just do not be that fool to carry women on your back as such. That means drop the burden, let go of the baggage, free yourself. And in doing so, we often free our minds. In other words, focus, observe, remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.